For 3 days in the beginning of October 2024, Sofia hosted the second edition of the So Alive Music Conference, one of the most significant music events in Southeastern Europe. Gathering over 610 international delegates and featuring more than 36 bands and artists from across the Balkans and beyond, So Alive has firmly established its role in connecting local musical talents with world leaders in the global music industry. With 20 panels, 5 workshops and 36 concerts, the conference has once again highlighted its mission to bridge the gap between the Balkans and the international music scene, fostering dialogue and collaboration between industry professionals, artists and innovators. During the So Alive Music Conference, Balkanika Music Television met with professionals from many countries engaged in different spheres of the music industry.
Hello, this is AHMETCAN from Gulbaba Records, Istanbul. I'm coming from Turkey for this Beatable Showcase Festival, which I think is very important that happened in our region. Yeah, mostly I represent Turkish music, but also, in touch for any kind of events, concerts and so on, mostly from Turkey.
Is this your first visit here in Sofia?
No, I think it's my 6th or 7th. It's my second for Sofia Live conference, but one of the band that I was managing was Babazula. Maybe you heard of them. And we came with Babazula to Bulgaria a lot of times, to Sofia Film Festival, to Sofia Live. Maybe we played as well. So, we played a lot of times in Komşu country with Babazula. So I know the city and I love Sofia.
What do you think about this event's atmosphere till now?
Well, it's great. Really, I'm not saying this just to say it's great. It's very important as a music professional doing this kind of international events in, let's say, countries like Turkey, Bulgaria, Balkans in general. We are kind of secondary markets in music business. UK is the first market, or Germany, or US, and it's not easy to compete with them. But that kind of events make us remember that we are also a big market, and there are music professionals from Bulgaria, from Greece, from Turkey, and actually we are how close to each other, and we can create a bigger force. So in terms of if you want to compete with bigger markets, then we have to know each other, we have to get each other, we understand each other, and we have to exchange music. And it is not easy. And Sofia Live is the second year, and as a second year I see it in a very professional level, with very, very professional delegates and very good program. And I hope the rest will come. And also coming from Turkey with the economical crisis now, I would like to admit that that's a chance for music business and for everyone, for the artists, for the managers in Bulgaria, but also for us, for me, that with what I cannot find as that kind of conference in Turkey, now I can find it. So I'm very happy that I'm a part of it.
And what do you think? What makes the Balkan music so unique?
Well, I don't know. Well, I would be subjective in that because I'm also part of the Balkans in a way. Difficult to say. I cannot be objective with Balkan music because it's in my blood. We are dancing to the same music. We are in the weddings. We have the same music. So this is in the culture. I don't know what makes the difference, but for me, if you ask me technically, what differs Balkan music from maybe some other Western music are the rhythms, like odd rhythms, like 9 rhythm, 7 rhythm, which are not easy to play for instrument. These are complicated rhythms, and I think which make technically different comparing to more Western music, let's say. That's what I can say. On the other hand, if you are asking me personally, not as a music business person, I'm dancing to it in the weddings, so that makes it, that's the difference. But that's not a professional reply, that's my feeling reply.
What do you think that the music industry here on the Balkans should do for making the Balkan music more popular?
Well, first of all, we have to understand that that's a market at the end, and that's a business like any other business, like, I don't know, like finance or like exporting some stuff. Music, I mean, we have to also think it as a business, not only do it in an amateur way. And first of all, this requires maybe some approach from politicals, because that's a policy, that's a music policy, that's a culture policy. And imagine, for example, for agriculture, what do we do to get more for culture? We do subventions, we do meetings. Sometimes, between countries, we are doing alignments to make it stronger. The same goes for music business. We have to understand it as a business, how we can export, how we can import, how we can make a brand. And for this, I mean, not only Bulgaria or not only Greece or not only Turkey or not only Serbia can do that, but maybe as whole area we can create a bigger market and a brand. Then we will be stronger in terms of negotiation with the other markets. I mean, that's a very general approach, of course. It should be much more detailed, but we have to take it as a business and see and talks. That's why this So Alive conference is very important. These are the first steps to make it a proper music business.
And what is the biggest challenge that you face in your work?
Well, coming from Turkey, a lot, even visas, even if we got accepted from a festival, for example, from Germany, let's say, or UK, London Jazz Festival, or Roskilde Festival, we apply for the visas, and with the same papers, some of our members can get the visa and some of them cannot. Even the paper, look, I'm talking about the first step. We cannot travel, that's one of the first thing. Secondly, I think all of our governments should see the culture not only like a funny thing. It is a business, and it is very human. This is soft power, and we have this soft power in our blood, and for thousands of years in that geography. I will not count country, this country or that country. That's a whole geography, and which is connected to each other. And I think that should be a cultural policy that support the musicians or the managers or all as a whole thing. And at the end, this will come back to us, to all the region, as a brand, as a prestige, as a reputation, and also as money.
Would you consider coming back to Bulgaria for future events?
Of course, anytime, in any occasion, I would like to come here and first eat my chopska and then go to concerts. Of course, it's one of my favorite places in the world, and to me, of course, it's a different language, this and that. But when I'm Sofia, I don't feel somewhere abroad. I just feel like just another part of my region. So of course that's my personal view. But in any occasion I would like to come and enjoy anything I could do in Sofia.